Welcome to a tutorial on how to use Twitter. In this tutorial, we're going to teach you how to create an account and give you some recommendations on what to tweet and how to connect and how to follow other people, how to utilize it in your classroom. So let's begin with some recommendations for teachers. It's recommended that you have two separate Twitter accounts, one for your personal tweets and one for your professional. So for example, you have to think of your target audience. So if your target audience on your professional Twitter account as a teacher is to let parents and students know that there's a test in vocabulary words on Friday, then certainly you wouldn't want to be tweeting pictures of the frozen pizza that you've just pulled out of the oven. So it would be recommended that you have two separate Twitter accounts and always keep in consideration your target audience. And that's where it comes into number 2. Remember what the purpose of your tweet is. If you're going to target other teachers and give them some ideas that you've done in the classroom, things like that, that's appropriate. And always follow the standards and guidelines of social media that have been set forth by the county. Last but not least, always be professional. If you think there's a chance that a tweet may not be professional, then certainly the answer is not to tweet it at all. Here are some Twitter basics. Each tweet or message or post is limited to 140 characters. The term hashtag refers to a subject line that's searchable within the Twitter interface. And we're going to get to that and give you an example of that shortly. However, just so you know, hashtag Marzano as an example would mean anyone searching for hashtag Marzano, hopefully if you've put that in your tweet would come up if somebody was searching for that. Next thing is that pictures tell a story. Be aware of when you're sending a picture of what you're trying to convey to your target audience. Make sure that to look and notice in the surroundings and the entire picture and make sure it's appropriate to what you're wanting to convey. Finally, the @ sign in your tweet will deliver your post to a specific user that has that handle. For example, @ProDevVideo would be the handle that we use for our professional development videos. Okay, now on to the tutorials. The first tutorial is how to create an account, and the second was a tutorial made by a teacher on how it works.
How to make a Twitter account. If you want to quickly make a Twitter account, it's very simple. Just follow these quick steps. First of all, go to twitter.com. And since you're new, we're going to put in a name. And then you're going to put in an email. And you're going to quickly put in a password. And then click sign up for Twitter. And they give you verification and a few suggestions. If your password is not secure enough, this is an automatic username they give you. And then you have the option here to stay signed in on this computer and tailor tweets. So that's up to you if you choose to click those or not. And once you're all set, you're just going to click on Create My Account. And your account is now created. Twitter will also send you an email verification, so make sure to check that. And that's it. And then once you're in here, you just simply follow the steps, and you'll be able to use Twitter. So thanks for watching. If this helped you, please give it a like, or let me know by commenting below. And don't forget to subscribe for more how-to instructional videos.
Okay, so right now this is my homepage, and this is the actual Twitter homepage. I haven't doctored it up or anything. It's not fancy. This is what we call the news feed. So I follow about 1,000 people. Anything that these 1,000 people post is going to show up here on this list, and it updates itself automatically. Okay, so I don't see every tweet that shows up in my newsfeed. And that's okay. It would be an unbelievable amount of pressure to feel like I had to read everything that anyone tweeted. Okay, so see that, look, it's already been updated. Here's a new one. Now, if you notice, this one is Timothy. Okay, I don't follow Timothy, but it was retweeted by Al Jazeera America, and I do follow them. So in your news feed, you're going to end up with tweets from people that you follow and tweets that they have retweeted, meaning that they saw that particular tweet and they thought that it was good enough to pass on to their followers. Okay, so this is the news feed. This is the main action. This is the busiest part. Okay, you with me? All right. Over here, this is the connect button. Now, what the connect button does is let you know when you have been mentioned or you've had any interaction, like if someone has followed you, retweeted you, favorited a tweet of yours, and then you can respond back to them or kind of get an idea of what kind of tweets that you send out that get reaction from people. Typically, as you first get started in Twitter, this connect area isn't going to have a lot of action, and don't worry about that. Okay. You can also set it to only cover mentions. So that means that instead of favorites and retweets, these are people that have responded to something of mine by name. Okay. I typically keep it at interaction just because it covers both. Okay. Now, the discover area is where you do your searching. Now, the thing that, oh, look. I mean, who wouldn't want to follow Cute Emergency? Seriously. I get cute puppy pictures all day long. I'm just saying. Okay, so if you go to the Discover section, you can search. Now, here are my saved searches. Obviously, since I'm really big into media literacy, I search media literacy hashtag a lot. Let me explain the hashtag. The hashtag is a way for you to mark your tweets so that they fall under a specific category. And usually there's a hashtag for any news event going on, people, conventions, conferences, sporting events, the Oscars. Okay, they all have a certain hashtag that they use. The cool thing about hashtags is that you can find out what people are saying about a certain event or person without having to follow them. So, for example, here are all the tweets that have come up about media literacy. All right. Now, this is a great way for you to get started on Twitter, is to find a hashtag that interests you. Maybe it pertains to your field, and then follow whoever is tweeting about that hashtag. So this is how I got started. I searched media literacy, and anybody that was tweeting about media literacy, I followed, and then I followed who they followed, so that it gave me a good bank of media literacy people on Twitter. And it's been life-changing for me. Okay. Now, it's different when you use the @ sign. So say, for example, I use the @ sign and I want to find my sister. Oh, there she is. The @ sign is a person. The hashtag sign is a topic. Okay? Now, this is my sister. She actually has 2 Twitter accounts. And you know what? Each email address, I believe, can have up to 6 Twitter accounts. She has 2 Twitter accounts because one is her professional Twitter account that she uses for teaching. It's this one. Okay, so she uses this one for her teaching tweets. And then she uses her personal Twitter account for baseball and political stuff. So she keeps them separate. I do not. Most of my tweets are professional anyway. I mean, well, professional related. I don't know how professional they are. But I just have one Twitter account. Some teachers have more than one for various reasons. Okay. If you want to search a person, you use the @ sign. If you want to search a topic, you use the hashtag. So, for example, last night there was an ed tech chat. So here in this search, I'm going to end up with every tweet that was tweeted last night that had this tag in it. I don't follow these people, but I might be interested in what they're saying. So I go through and see if there's anything good. And you know what? Is there a lot of celebrity schlock on here? You betcha. In fact, I heard the Bachelor finale was last night. I wonder what happened. Hey, here's the beauty of it. I didn't even have to watch, and I can still find out what happened, otherwise known as the decline of Western civilization. Okay, but there's all sorts of things on here, and it all depends on who you follow and what kind of searches you do. I've had teachers say to me, well, I'm not interested in what Kim Kardashian had for breakfast, or Twitter is boring. And I say, if Twitter is boring, you're following the wrong people. You're following the wrong people. There are brilliant grown-ups on Twitter that are sharing their ideas and passions. Who wouldn't want to be on that? Don't follow celebrities. Most of them don't know what they're talking about. And most of their tweets are sponsored anyway. Do you know that Kim Kardashian gets $15,000 every time she mentions a specific product in a tweet? Because she has 3 million followers that are sheep and will do whatever she says. I mean, it's pretty smart marketing, really. But don't think of that when you think of Twitter. Think of the professional development opportunities. And it can be intimidating. I like to say that Twitter's like a 24/7 river of ideas. And you can go up to that river with either a little bucket or a spoon or a wheelbarrow. You can approach this river anytime you want, whenever the mood strikes you. So, you know, when people say, I don't have time for Twitter, Twitter's always there. Check it when you're standing in line somewhere. Check it when you're waiting in line at the doctor's office. You know, it's not a commitment. It's just always there, full of information that you can use in your field if you want to check it out. So there are lots of websites that give you good starting ideas on how to get started. Really, the best thing is to just get an account and start following some people that do what you do. Follow your favorite authors, your favorite athletes, your favorite politicians, your favorite people in your field that inspire you. And pretty soon your news feed is going to be full of people that are interesting and relevant to you. And it's awesome. And it's free. And it's free. Okay. I went back to my main page to kind of show what this looks like. And I kind of went on a rant. But you get the idea. These are trending topics. See the hashtags? Okay. So whenever one of those comes up, that means that people are tweeting about it a lot. I don't pay much attention to the trending topics because most of the chats that I take part in or the hashtags that I take part in are education related. So if you're a teacher, I'm going to show you something that might freak you out a little bit, but just bear with me, okay? The Cybrary website has a Google Docs where he keeps track of all of the education chats throughout the week. What that means is that, for example, if you are a teacher in Northern California, on this day, which I guess is Tuesday, you can hop on Twitter, use that hashtag, and then everyone's talking about what you're talking about. It's like magic. Think of it this way. You're in an auditorium with 40,000 people who have your job, and everybody's online looking at fun stuff. And every now and then somebody raises their hand and say, I just found the coolest thing, and they share it with everybody. That's what the hashtags are. It's a gold mine. It's a gold mine. Don't be intimidated. Hop on Twitter, lurk for a while, do some hashtag searches, find some people that are interesting to you and follow them. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. We're all very nice on Twitter. Remember, Facebook is for people you know, Twitter is for people that you wish you knew. Okay, good luck.